Okay. Okay.
I don't have clothes for my birthday because I only have clothes. And shorts.
Yeah, I think it's time to pick this because I see where it's trying to get a crown on it. That usually means that it's time to harvest it. It's not a whole lot right here, but after I pick it, it will grow more leaves. I will probably get a couple of harvests out of this. I'm thinking that I'm probably going to just blanch this and freeze it because it's not a whole lot, but every little bit helps, right? It's just one more natural organic food to add to our storage. I know this isn't your regular spinach either. It's a different, I don't even remember what the name of it is, but it grew really fast. It came up really fast. Spinach is also a cold or a cool weather crop. You can plant this in the fall, in the winter time, out there in the greenhouse. So that's one of the best things I've bought so far, is that greenhouse. I've been really pleased with it. It didn't cost a lot, and oh boy, is it going to come in handy. Well, it already has. It helped some of the seedlings to sprout. We can get everything out. Instead of taking up room in the house, we can just start the seedlings. See, that's how much I've gotten so far. So I'm going to go take this in, wash it off, and come back out and pick the rest of it. Alright guys, I went ahead and picked some of my mint. Look at that. I'm going to wash that up, and I'm going to use my food dehydrator, Presto food dehydrator, and I'm going to dehydrate all of these herbs. I picked these. Picked a bunch of the thyme, or thyme, English thyme. I'm going to dehydrate all of this with my Presto food dehydrator. Now, of course, you can hang these to dry. Look at that. I love thyme. And I picked the head of lettuce that was growing from last year. I went ahead and picked it. I'm going to use it in a salad. And I'm going to wash up the spinach that I just picked, and I'm going to blanch it and freeze it, because you can freeze spinach. You can can it as well, but I'm going to go with the freezing route this time around because I can get I'm working on filling up my freezer. So I got a bunch of other things that I'm going to put in the freezer as well. You can freeze a lot of your crops, guys, whenever you pick them, or you can can them or dehydrate them. So we'll go through that step by step this year with the garden, and when we start harvesting everything, we'll go through some things some DIYs on how to, do your food storage and to preserve everything. So stay tuned for that. Well, that right there is going to be a whole summer-long series that we'll be working on. So stay tuned, guys. All right, I'm going to get this thing on the stove and get it in the freezer. Hey guys, this is the Presto hydroelectric food dehydrator. This is what I use when I want to dehydrate some vegetables or fruits or herbs. It doesn't take as long for the herbs, maybe a couple, probably 15 to 30 minutes, depends on what kind of herb you're using. So this is what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to dehydrate my herbs. All right, everybody. I just washed off all of the mint, took them off the stems, and put them up in the dehydrator. And I'm going to check on this every 30 minutes until they are, they're kind of hard and crunchy, for lack of better words. And then what we can do when they've reached that state, we can take them out and I can finish crushing them, and I'm going to put them in a jar, a tiny little mason jar, and vacuum seal them. So stay tuned, follow along with me, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, we're getting ready to blanch some spinach. Now, how do you do that? Well, you want to boil your water, then you're going to put your spinach into that boiling water for 2 minutes. Okay? Take it out, then we're going to put it in a bowl of ice water for 3 minutes. Take it out of the ice water, try to get all of the water drained off of it. Then we're going to put them in freezer bags, and that's how you blanch spinach. Alright guys, the water is coming to a boil, so I put the spinach in, and we're going to let it sit in the boiling water for 2 minutes. So let me start my timer and let's do this. Alright guys, I've got it in the ice water for 3 minutes. Then we'll be able to drain it and squeeze out some of the water and put it in our freezer bags. Stay with me. Hey guys, now this is the spinach after I drained it. Squeezed all the water out of it. Then I put it in a freezer bag. This is a quart-sized bag. And then what you're going to do is just put a date on it. That way you'll know how long it's been in the freezer. But you can use this in recipes, soups, and smoothies if you like green smoothies. So I hope that this was very helpful, and that maybe you guys can give it a try. It'll help stretch your food for sure, especially if you're having a garden. You're going to need to know of certain ways how you can preserve your food and store it. So this is just one of many ways that you can do that. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys do the thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That way you can stay tuned for more videos on how to store your food and how to preserve it. Preserve your summer garden. Alright guys, it looks like it took about 30 minutes to get this mint dried. The way to test it is, see how crunchy it is? Excuse me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crush all of this up and put it in a mason jar. That way I will have it for recipes or even some tea. So the next thing to get started on is the thyme. And I want to talk to y'all a little bit about thyme and the many benefits that it has. You can use it for a lot of different things. So stay with me. So I put the peppermint in this mason jar. It didn't fill it up too much, but I got enough room to add more to it when I dehydrate some more. And I bought these leak-proof, let's see if you can see it, leak-proof lids. They screw on the top of your mason jars. Now this is a regular size mouth jar, and they make these in regular size, regular mouth, and also the wide mouth for jars. So I really like that. It's going to work out perfect for storing herbs and other things. Another thing to keep this dry and so no moisture will get down in there and ruin the herbs is you can buy these oxygen absorbers. That's what I put down in here. And you can get probably 100 of them or more on Amazon, and they come in a package and they're very affordable. But I do use this because it's so humid here in the South, and all of my herbs will just get really hard, and it absorb all of the moisture, and it ruins all of your spices and herbs. So that's one reason why I got this right here. So it'll keep everything nice and dry, safe from the humidity, right? Okay guys, well, I just wanted to give you a little bit tip on that, and stay tuned, and we're going to talk about the benefits of using some herbs and some of the herbs that I've planted. I will tell you right now that you can use mint in your cooking, put it in your tea. You can use it also as a tea by itself. It's good for stomach problems and nausea. So we're going to talk about thyme next, so stay with me. So we're going to talk about thyme today, or thyme. Some people call it thyme, some people call it thyme. This is English thyme. It kind of has a little bit of a minty smell to it, but I'm growing a lot of this out there in the herb garden, and I wanted to talk to y'all about the benefits of using thyme. One of the many benefits that this herb can do is not only can you use it in cooking, but it has some medicine benefits. It helps with chest and respiratory problems. It helps with your upper digestion. You can also use this as a poultice and put it on an insect bite or a sting or a wound. It's good for oral health. You can use it as a tea, drink it, or you can dry it and use it as a tea like that. Another thing that it does is it helps fight against bacterial, fungal, and viral infections. How about that? It stimulates your nervous system, and it can also help ease epilepsy, convulsions, and it also helps with cramps. And I mean, the list just goes on and on. I saw an article, and maybe it was on Dr. X's show. You can also use it for the C word that some people get. It has great benefits for that. And I'm saying, talking like that because I don't want to get censored. But another thing that this does is, I used to be part of a company called Melaleuca. They have this wonderful cleaner. It's a antibacterial cleaner that has thyme in it, because thyme kills viruses and bacteria. It's just like using the antibacterial Clorox spray or the store-bought antibacterial spray to clean your countertops with and do some cleaning with. It kills viruses. So this is a pretty good herb to get your hands on, because it'll help with your respiratory issues, upper and lower, and like I said, the list just goes on and on. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to dry this in the dehydrator like I did the mint, and then I'm going to crush it and put it in a mason jar, and that way I can add this to my, make a hot glass of tea for it, and or I can use it in cooking. But I'm definitely gonna, my main thing for this herb is I'm going to be using it for municipal things. So, but there's a bunch of different types of thyme. This one is English. They all have the same benefits, but just wanted to share that with you, because if you can get your hands on this or grow it, that's something that you can have in your medicine cabinet. So I'm trying to get back in the ways of, the way that they did back in the old days of treating your illnesses and stuff, because a lot of the things that we get today from our doctors, they cause more problems one after another. I know for me, all my life I've been a severe asthmatic, and I had to take steroids after steroids after steroids, and I had bad allergies. Those steroids wreaked havoc on my body. Not only does it make you gain weight, it causes other illnesses. It can make you insulin resistant also, and just, make you really, your body depend on it. So I am trying to go the natural route on trying to take care of my body. I'm doing it slowly so that my body doesn't have a big shock from everything. But this will also, I think, will help with my immune system. So I just wanted to give y'all a little tutorial on the many benefits of thyme and what you can do with it. So I hope you found this very useful, and now I'm going to get started on the drying process. So thank you for watching, and if you found some benefit of this, just hit a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and don't forget to share. I'm going to be making a whole lot more of these videos, because I think we're living in a time right now where this type of information is going to be very important to have and to know. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again in the countryside. Nothing fancy, just country here. Talk to you soon. Bye.